What's up, family? How are you? Welcome to What the Fuck Life, Black History Monday, Part 2. I'm your hostess, Gigi Nero. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night? Yo, Chiefs, you didn't have to go into overtime to win the game. If you played the whole game the way you played in overtime, well, you wouldn't have to play in overtime. You would have won the game in regulation. Congrats on your win last night. Anyway, I had the pleasure of speaking with one of my friends, and he told me that a black man, Alfred L. Crawley, invented the ice cream scoop, and another black man, Frederick McKinley Jones, invented the refrigeration unit. See, this is why I need a co-host or someone to take over the show. If you're interested, DM me or email me at WTFLIFEpodcast@gmail.com or hit me up on socials. I'm serious. We need to talk. Now, in my opinion, black people invented stuff to make their jobs easier because they were doing all of the work. Like, what's lazy slave owners going to invent something for a black person to use to make their job easier? Not many. No. I was looking online for any information on the Negro Leagues, and there wasn't one for American football. But that would have been fascinating if they had one. I'm not really a fan of baseball, but the Negro League should have continued. But integration pretty much killed it. And I'm not going to give you the entire history of the Negro Leagues because you should educate yourself. But I found an interesting fact while reading Wikipedia. Check this out. And I'm reading an excerpt from the article. On June 5th, 2008, Major League Baseball held a special draft of the surviving Negro League players to acknowledge and rectify the exclusion from the major leagues on the basis of race. The idea of the special draft was conceived by Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. Each major league team drafted one player from the Negro Leagues: Bobo Henderson, Joe B. Scott, Mule Miles, Lefty Bell, James Red Moore, Mac the Knife Pride, and his brother Charlie Pride, who went on to a legendary career in country music, were among the players selected. Also drafted by the New York Yankees was Emilio Navarro, who at 102 years of age at the time of the draft was believed to be the oldest living professional ball player. And I did not know Charlie Pride played baseball. According to baseball-reference.com, Charlie pitched for Memphis Red Sox and Birmingham Black Barons. He was also known for throwing those curveballs. Go, boy! He was also part owner of the Texas Rangers. But when it came to country music, he was the Darius Rucker of country music. Well, I'm not really into country music to know how many black people were singing, but those two guys of their respective generations seemed to be the only black guys singing country music. Country music was also created by black people. They gave Jimmy Rogers the title of the father of country music, just like they gave Elvis the title, the king of rock and roll. And you know damn well black people started all of it. Get on my damn nerves. This is why I can't talk about black history. I get so angry. But I bet some of those white baseball players looked at Jackie Robinson and Satchel Paige like, these dudes, and they wouldn't say dude, think they're going to come here and play better than me and push me off the team, push us off the team? They think they're going to take over? Yeah, I don't know. Watch the movie or read about it. I'm cutting this episode short. I may be back next week with a new episode or not. I'm just so exhausted. I'm having a hard time finding subjects to talk about on here. I'm stumbling over my words. That means I am fucking sleepy. Because I'm working on so many projects at one time. I'm running this company by myself. and I'm just so exhausted. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said hit me up about hosting this show. So I may be back next week or not. I'll let you know. As always, I love you and I appreciate you. I'm going to take a nap. All right, peace. This happened on Monday. That was not cool, family, for leaving you the way that I did. I was extremely fatigued and extremely overwhelmed. I took 3 days off in a row to rest. And plus I had problems with my stomach. Too much potato salad. Have you ever had Walmart's potato salad with deviled eggs in it? It was so good. I'm still not 100%, but I feel a whole lot better. I apologize to you for everything. Please accept my apology. Okay. So I'm going to continue with the show because I put too much time and effort into the show to let it go. So let's finish what I started. Okay? Pele. And that's not even his birth name. His name is Edison, or Edson, as his family called him. His schoolmates called him Pele because he mispronounced Billy or whatever. I'm mispronouncing it too. He was his favorite player of Vasco da Gama game. You know what? I'm messing up the names. But he hated the name Pele. But he just kept it. But he is also known as the King. Ohei. It means the king. Black Pearl, the greatest footballer of all time. And that's actually soccer in America. Everywhere else is football. I could never understand why or took the time to research why America changed the name football to soccer, but uses football for another sport with another type of ball. I guess they really wanted to break away from Europe. You know what? I don't know. Whatever. Netflix has a documentary on Pele. I haven't watched it yet because Netflix caught on to me, family. I was on someone else's account, so I got blocked. But I will watch Pele's documentary one day. Pele was an extraordinary athlete. He was one of the first African descendants to play football in Brazil. He played all over the world. He's comparable to Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan, but surprisingly not as famous as them. I guess because soccer wasn't so popular. Pele, he retired in 1974, and he was only 34. But in 1975, at age 35, Pele came out of retirement to play soccer in the U.S. for the New York Cosmos, and he popularized the sport. Do you see how they use us? The nerve. I remember back in the day when Pele clothing was out, which they're back now. And my mom said along the lines of, they named clothes after Pele? And I'm like, well, who's Pele? She's like, you don't know Pele? No. He was a black soccer player in Brazil. Really? Amazing. So yeah, Pele won, I think, about 4 World Cups, many other awards, and many other accolades. This dude stopped the Nigerian Civil War in 1969 for a few moments when he and his team landed in Nigeria to play a friendly game of football. I'm telling you, Pele was that dude. One thing I loved about Pele, besides being one of the best athletes in the world, he always said he was of enslaved African descent. He never tried to lighten his skin with rice powder to be lighter, because Pele was a dark-skinned brother, and he was the fucking man. Now, Pele did serve his required time in the Brazilian armed forces, whereas, Muhammad Ali said, kiss my black ass. You didn't do shit for me. I'm not doing shit for you. Nah. I don't know if Ali said that, but that was implied from what he actually said. But Pele, in my opinion now, was very humble and kind of quiet and didn't speak that much on racism, unlike Ali. Pele just wanted to play ball. Ali was very outspoken and in your face. I mean, would you have gone up against Ali, being that you were not a pro boxer or a fighter? Nope. No, not I, said Gigi. Here's another guy. Skinny. Bones. Yeah, he was kind of bony, He was mad skinny. We know him as Arthur Ashe. Look at Wikipedia. Ashe remains the only black man to win the singles title at Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, or Australian Open. He's one of only 2 men of black African ancestry to win any Grand Slam titles, singles title. The other being France's Yannick Noah, who won the French Open in 1983. He also led the United States to victory for 3 consecutive years, 1968, 69, 70, in the Davis Cup. They have the Arthur Ashe Student Health and Wellness Center at UCLA. So this dude has an arena named after him, the Arthur Ashe Stadium. It's a tennis arena at Flushing Meadows, Corona Park in Queens, part of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. It is the main stadium of the U.S. Open Tennis Tournament. It has a capacity of 23,771, making it the largest tennis stadium in the world. Look at all his achievements, it's just too many to list. He accomplished so much before he died at the age of 49 of AIDS. He contracted it through a blood transfusion after a heart surgery. For years I thought his death was a conspiracy to get rid of the accomplished black man. But as I got older, I realized that they probably didn't test donated blood back then like they do now. I mean, we're talking about the early 90s. AIDS medication wasn't what it is now, which is why a lot of us thought Magic Johnson was faking. And he said he was not faking. He's not faking. Just about everyone who had HIV, AIDS during that era is dead, especially the people who had it in the 80s, when there really wasn't any treatments until 1987. Magic announced his diagnosis in 91, and Arthur Ashe sadly died from AIDS the next year. So, in honor of all of the black brothers in sports and those I mentioned, I commend you all for paving the way for our future black athletes. Thank you. You are appreciated. All right, fam, that's my time. Thanks for sticking with me during my meltdown. Hopefully, it won't happen again. God, I need to get reacquainted with some sleep. We haven't chilled for a while. All right, I'll return Monday with another episode. So take care. Thanks for your continued support. I love you. I appreciate you. Peace.